Evan is the best of both worlds.
That's why he's the youngest sibling.
I take after both of
He
them.
also thinks he's a master of playing the triangle. It's very disputable. Hi everyone, we are
The Chiams!
I am Shian Li.
I'm Eden.
And I am Evan.
I play the piano predominantly. I used to play the violin.
I sing.
And I do all.
So today we're going to be showing down and going behind the sound of their title track, Who Are You? Now this title track is from their latest and first debut EP album, which is called My Inner Universe. It's out and it's streaming on all streaming services.
This is our 6th song that we've composed, and we composed all of the other 5 first, and we actually created an elaborate story to go with that. And because of that, this whole story was literally about finding out who you are and what you play in your roles and the mindsets that you have and how that plays a very important role in developing yourself. So this final song talks about finding yourself in a sense that you ask yourself, who are you?
Yeah, and this song has a general vibe of motivation and uplifting to convey this message. Yeah, and I remember asking Evan before we even started the creative process that we should have another song, another unique song, something that people haven't heard in the electronic pop world. So yeah, and he came up with this song.
We love to mix in a lot of different genres and elements. You can hear a fusion of trap, of hip-hop, fusion of Asian elements. You can hear textures that represent the East meeting the West. So our sound is a global sound, you know. That,
international.
Yeah, international, that really speaks to like the whole world, but also a bit of us, you know. We are from Southeast Asia, we are from Brunei, and we also put a bit of that in the album. But in this particular song, it's more like trap and hip-hop and electronic pop.
I actually really like to use mainly electrical instruments and digital instruments, I would say. I think that using those instruments allow me to play around with the textures and the timbres a lot and to really play with the instrument how you cannot really do through using an acoustic instrument. I have here different types of things that I use. Mainly they're synths, and I do use a bit of arpeggiators, but mainly digital to create this. If we have synth, a synth bass, so it just creates that, you know, ambiance. Yes.
So Evan uses a lot of synthesizers. Yeah. I think the only natural instrument that they use is just their voices.
That's true. Actually, there's a lot that goes on behind while recording.
Right.
Evan is the main producer, so he tells me cues and what to do, which harmonies to do, the tone, and I can come in with my suggestions as well. Especially for Who Are You, where it's a song that portray our individual personalities. I had to come up with a lot of interpretations for the lyrics for myself. So I said, I think this part, you know, can sound stronger. This part can sound more powerful. This part can sound a bit more sweet. So that is when the acoustic voices come in.
Yeah, so it's ability to be diverse with what you have. So the synth, using digital instruments for Evan enables him to have so much possibility with the sound. And also Eden really looks to really manipulate the sound of the voice. What kind of timbre, what kind of sound do you want to come out, right?
That's true.
I actually created vocal samples, so it's like chunks of our melody, but what I do instead of just using it like that, I use a guitar amplifier to make sure that it, you know, has this cool distinct vibe but doesn't really give off the feel of a vocal.
It's actually their voices but backwards and put in through a guitar plug-in.
And then the beginning,
So the beginning sounds like this.
That's your voice.
Right, that's all my voice.
I remember asking you for vocal samples as well. I was just like, Evan, can we have more vocal samples? It's kind of cool.
And back then I had no idea how to use vocal samples.
Yeah, and I was teaching you, remember? So I was the one that pushed Evan to do it, and then he does it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do organize it in a different way. I do make sure that everything is very, very clear. I have things called ear candy, which are things that pop up here and there, which are just like these lyrical synths, like this, something like that. And we also have much more rhythmic things. Yep. So we play with all of those rhythmic things as well as my sample, of course. From there, I always start with the main beats and then I work on making sure that there's interesting things that pop on here and there.
Surprise, surprise, this song may sound very, very complicated, but actually there's only two main chords.
Which is?
Yes, thanks for the sound effect. So the first one is
Are you ready, Shian? Are you ready?
Hype me up. Okay, so the first chord is a G sharp minor chord, right? And then the second chord, that is the principal chord, is the E major. But actually it's the same thing. So because E major shares two notes as G sharp minor, so you just change one note. It's so similar. So actually there's only one chord in this song.
Amazing.
Anyway, so every single chord in this song just kind of builds up to these two chords basically. So you have G sharp minor. It's like going to. Sorry. And after that you have E major. Then I know I've been here before, just as where I wanted to. Then E major. E. And my closet for. Yeah, so that's the harmonic essence of the song. Now where it gets juicy is the bridge actually, because the bridge has really cool things that Evan plays with the harmony. So first of all, instead of starting on, right, he starts on E instead. I'm like a star, then he reverses it.
I can sing it for you. Burning in the sky.
Then instead of going to G sharp minor, he flips it to a happy chord. Boy, you can see me from afar. Then back to E.
I'm the original.
Sorry.
The original.
And this is the key chord. It falls to another happy chord,
Wow.
which is D flat major. Yeah, so
It's the happier.
yeah, so I like this bridge because it's so unexpected. You know, he takes the chords and you flip it first of all, so you go from E to, then you go to happy chord.
Wow.
Happy chord.
Wow.
Then.
What is going on there?
Yeah, so that was the main chords that they use. So, but what I can say, the bass line is just.
So it's just a falling bass line.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, thank you.
She's going on.
Yeah, that's the main bass line. It's a very common bass line. It's just falling. It's just a falling bass line.
Our reactions when we heard that for the first time was like, whoa, that was so cool. Wait, can I listen to that again?
Right.
It was such a cool chord progression, definitely.
Evan came up with it.
Yeah, I did.
I only came up with the two first chords.
And me, everything else is like me, right? I guess so. No, but we always had to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
So Shian was the starting. She was like, okay, let's do this. And then I came in and I was just like, fine then, let's do this plus a little bit of this and this and this and this. And when we all heard it, we were like, yes.
The main motif for this piece is obviously the chorus. Who are you? I'm breathing because I want to show you that the melody motif is very syncopated. So it plays with rhythm a lot, and that's what I like about this piece. It's not just steady.
Who are you?
There's a bit of edge, and that comes with also the way you sing it and also the way conceptualize
We
it.
do play a lot with syncopated rhythms, and we do play a lot. I try to play a lot with the popping of the style. I wanted it much to be like, you could dance to it in a way, but it's also much more like hitting the certain beats, especially as musicians. We find it very cool.
Actually, you have the voice memo recording of the actual time we sat down and conceptualized the song.
It sounds like a rock song already.
I know.
Honestly, it's just started with basic 3 chords or
Right.
2, and then Evan worked his magic. He put in the layers, he added texture, he produced the instruments, and then Eden adds in the lyrics. Then Evan adds in all the extra ear candy, and then the song becomes alive.
I add the bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Fairy Godfather.
I'm like a star burning in the
Oh,
sky.
you can see me from afar.
I'm the original.
The original.
I'm the original.
The original.
Take a guess, tell me who I am.
'Cause you're not gonna tell me who I'm like. Yeah.
I'm the original.
The original.
I'm the original.
The original.
Who are you? Who are
Who are you?
do I have everything now? Who are you? Who are you?